One.
So another thing you're going to create for your portfolio is a positive classroom community vision board. So I'm going to talk about the assignment in two different videos. So this video, I just want to go over a little bit about what you're going to be putting on it and what you should be researching, kind of what's the point and all of that. So you have a textbook for the course called The First Days of School by Harry Wong. And Harry Wong is one of my absolute favorite books that I used during my first year of teaching. It really became one of my main companions in that first year to try to help me with classroom management and just structure and routine and organization. Excuse me. So it really is a great resource. And he goes into a lot about how to create this idea of a positive classroom community or positive culture inside of your classroom. And so much of his book is dedicated to that. So for this particular artifact, you're going to be using that Harry Wong book quite a bit, as well as I gave you one other resource here. You'll notice it here, the Teaching Channel link. Teaching Channel is a great resource too, just for lots of different things. But for this particular link, it is different classroom strategies on how to create the right environment and the tone inside of your classroom. So there's lots of different little vignette videos of actual classrooms and classroom teachers and what they do to create those environments. In addition to the First Days of School book, which you should already have, there's also his Going Beyond website link. And that's also very helpful. He provides lots of documents as far as professional dress code and just various things based on the book. And so I have directed you there too with some of the lesson plan items. So that's also a good resource. But essentially what I'm looking for is that you're starting to think about how you're going to create this positive community within your classroom. So what does your classroom look like? So we're talking about what your classroom style is, all the way down to how do you create kind of that nurturing environment? How do you make sure it's safe, not just physically safe there, but mentally safe as well? So when you're thinking about creating kind of this environment for your classroom, you're thinking about it from lots of different angles or lenses. Yes, it is about discipline and classroom management. It is about policies and rules and structures and guidelines, and that's part of it. But then there's this whole other kind of emotive side of it. You know, how do you create a classroom where there's trust? How do you create a classroom where students can really learn from each other? How do you create a respectful environment? How do you keep it welcoming? How do you keep it nurturing? How do you keep it exciting? So kind of thinking about it from those perspectives. Inside the portfolio instructions, I did give you some specific things that you will be addressing with this vision board. But that's kind of the general idea, is that you're really thinking about the total environment of your classroom, from what's going on your walls to how your room is arranged, to what your order policies, your classroom policies are, to how you're going to create those relationships with kids, teacher to student and student to student. How are you yourself going to remain a professional? What are the types of things that you're going to do to continue to engage inside the profession? So it's looking at this holistic way of how to create this classroom environment for your students. So that's kind of where you're going to get started. And then in the other video, I talk a little bit about the vision board and what that looks like and how you're going to create that.